Mid-July on a summer night, I walked into a grocery store in a strip mall with food stamps. I bought a loaf of bread, some lunch meat, mustard, and something to drink. Went out of the store and there was a little gazebo area with a bench. I made my sandwich and I just sat there thinking. I had nowhere to go. Of course I had friends to call, but I just wasn't feeling that. I woke up the next morning to the birds chirping, started walking. Midday I find myself walking next to an expressway. I'm dirty, I'm sweaty, but overall I'm just tired. The July sun is beating on me and I had nowhere to take a nap. Think about that for a second, nowhere to take a nap. I started to question, why am I here? What's this all for? What's my purpose? Now I'm too damn stubborn to ever give up, I wouldn't even consider it. But here I am, homeless, on probation, facing jail time. The last grade I completed was 8th and I got a baby on the way. I'm feeling like the deck is stacked against me, but against the grain is all that I know. Later that day I met up with my little brother. He asked if I was looking for work. I replied, yeah, what do you got? He said John's uncle just started a roofing company and he's looking for laborers, $10 an hour cash. $10 an hour cash? Damn, that's a lot of money. Back then starting wage was $6 to $7 an hour. I was all in. We didn't have equipters. We loaded roofs by hand. We tore off all day, then we went to the ground, set up ladders on the side of 20-yard dumpsters and ran brute garbage cans till the sun went down. Now I was still far from out of trouble, but this kept me very busy. I'll never forget, my boss Mark gave me a raise to $11 an hour. He also paid time and a half. In 1 week, I received a check for over $1,000. Yes, $1,000. Now I'm a poor boy from the trailer park. I've never seen a check for $1,000. The only way you get that money is from hustling. That wasn't an option for me. I had a baby now. I was on felony probation and one more strike and I was out. It seems like a lifetime ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. At this time I had a 2-bedroom trailer that was more like a sardine can that my friend's father bought for us. I taped my pay stub onto the fridge and I wrote on it, "This is why I work so hard." From then on, roofing became my full-time hustle. I worked my ass off from here. Whatever I had to do, whatever had to be done, I'm getting it done. I remember shingling so much there was no skin left on my fingertips. I had to put Neosporin on my hands before I went to sleep so they didn't crack. But there was no excuses. We push from the sun up to the sun goes down, and then we repeat. That's what I feel like is missing a lot these days. There's no grit. We're all here trying to skip hard work and steps. Sometimes it takes massive failure to create massive action. And sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get your ass to work. I'll be honest with you guys. It's been as real as it gets from my very first YouTube video. I've never fabricated anything. I've served it to you as it is every single time, regardless of the pushback. I'm here for the hustlers, the strugglers, the lost, and the underdogs. I don't care if the majority of people here like me. I don't care to make senseless Facebook posts or take selfies with the roofing gurus. I don't care if I'm on their podcast or not, and I sure as hell don't care how many likes I get on Facebook. I'm here to make moves. I'm here to help a few, create a legacy for my family. But the question is, what are you here to do? You guys must know when it comes to social media, most people are living in fantasy land. There's nothing real about it. It's a fake facade. Now, I'm not here to call anybody out, but I'm telling you as my friends, don't let that shit distract you. There's nothing easy about this business, and there are plenty of distractions that come with early success. If you guys want to be a gladiator, you need to train like a gladiator. And when it's time to fight, you must stand up and fight like a gladiator. I don't care who does your SEO, your PPC. I don't care who your sales trainer is or your coach is. I coach a handful of great guys. I can give you the recipe for it, but I can't cook it for you too. Now, my favorite quote of all time comes from a man named Jim Rohn. Write this down. He said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." I say this to myself at least 10 times a day. Think about it for yourself. Put yourself in your own business struggles, in your own personal struggles. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Take responsibility and train yourself to be better. Let me give you a metaphor here. How many people do some sort of exercise or a routine? Some kind of exercise, by a raise of hands, yoga, CrossFit, karate, weightlifting, whatever. That's great. I think good energy in, good energy out. But let me ask you a question. If you're doing one set of 10 reps, what 2 reps are most important? What 2 reps make you grow? What 2 reps build muscle? It's reps 9 and 10. They're the only quality reps that help you build. Reps 1 through 8 are conditioning, but they're not stimulating growth. It's reps 9 and 10. It's the same here in business, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone I coach and everyone in this room, they want to scale, right? You want to go from 0 to 3 million, you want to go from 3 million to 10 million. But are you doing the tough reps, or are you just skipping them or pawning them off? Are you creating a solid foundation and building from it, or are you just chasing a revenue number? What do reps 9 and 10 look like? These are usually the hurdles I find owners and managers in smaller companies have a hard time navigating around. Cascading your vision to get everybody rowing in the same direction, which is called explaining the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you going where you're going? Running effective meetings. Business owners should not be in every single meeting. If you're in every single meeting, then you're missing a step. Holding your team accountable and leading and managing by example. Are you holding your team accountable? Are you holding yourself accountable? Or are you late to your own meetings? Setting rocks and goals for you and your leaders. Are you playing the long game, right? Where are you going in 5 years? What about 3 years? What about 1 year? What about 90 days to make sure that you hit those 5-year goals? Are you delegating tasks properly, or are you just jumping in to help every time something gets hard? Because you can do it better because you're the business owner. Are you willing to cut the cord when your company outgrows a technology, a service, or a team member, regardless of your past history or on-work relationship? Are you monitoring finances and making proper investments? This is decisions based on metrics, not based on what you think or what you hope. And lastly, and most importantly, and what I came here to talk about, is are you evolving as a leader to lead your team to the next level? I'll read that one again. Are you evolving as a leader to lead your team to the next level? The question is, are you doing reps 9 and 10? You must be honest with yourself when you look in the mirror. Are you best fit to run this company? Are you even running this company? Or is this company running you? Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Let me ask you a question. The Eric I told you about in the beginning, that's a true story. Was he fit to run an 8-figure, 5-star roofing company? No. But here's the deal. Most of those lessons didn't come from a Facebook group. It didn't come from a book. It came from sweat equity, sleepless nights, missed time with my family, and hard work. This is reps 9 and 10. The rest is just the progression of owning and running a business. Sometimes the people that got you here are not the people to get you to the next level. This here is what separates the good from the great, the sustainable from the consumable. People don't quit jobs, people quit bosses. I'm here in front of you to confess that I'm guilty, or have been guilty, of almost all of this. The game of business is very similar to the game of golf. You can keep hitting balls, you can keep practicing, but every now and then, even the pros hit a slice. But this is the point, people. There's no silver bullet. The silver bullet is hard work. Get your ass kicked, get back up, and try harder. It's reps 9 and 10. Let's get to work. The game's changing, guys. I know everybody comes up here and puts on a face and tells you all this awesome stuff about running a business. And yes, it is awesome. It has changed my life. But it's not all chronic and palm trees out here. Besides the hardships and risk of running your own business, the industry is evolving. This goes for retail and insurance. The insurance game is changing in front of our eyes. We're seeing ACV deductible or ACV policies. We're seeing high deductible policies. It's changing all over the country. It's becoming mainstream. But don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Be prepared to pivot, right? This is vital to your long-term success. It's just like investing. Diversification pays. There's an old expression saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It goes the same with business. Now, I'm not saying to do HVAC, I'm not saying to do DAX, water mitigation, or anything that's out of our elements. But there's plenty of areas for you to dabble. Retail, commercial, new construction, coatings, repairs. There's a lot of different places that we can diversify our company to evolve our skills. At Paramount, I call my mission the three-headed dragon. It's retail, insurance, and commercial flat roofing. Now, every one of these requires a different step, with different leaders, with different processes, and you must be ready to play. The goal here, though, is regardless of the economic landscape, a stormless season, or any other anomalies, one of the three heads can eat. And they can maintain our gold margins and revenue goals for our company. This is a long-term success play. We're playing the long game. One of my top goals is to be as non-dependent on Google as possible, period. Yes, I do SEO, I do LSA, I do PPC, but remember, none of this stuff is sustainable forever. Everybody in this room is fighting for the same page, the same impression share, the same click-through, the same conversion rates. One of the most successful companies in Michigan is a commercial company. They have about 30 reviews with about a 3.5 star rating. And they've been in business a lot longer than me. And don't think for a second these guys are slouches or they do bad work. Any commercial roof in my area that you go bid on, they've already been there. Any insurance large loss that you go meet, they've already got their estimate. I love this model. Right now we're working very hard to build this commercial roofing division. So I started thinking, what else can I do? My branding is good, my marketing team's great, my content is awesome, but what else? What else is there? I thought, let's get up out of our chair, get off the computer and go shake some hands. Remember folks, the old folks and the baby boomers are still in control of the most cash in the United States. For this age group, a handshake means a hell of a lot more to them than a Google ad. Look at this slide and let me ask you, if you were spending all your ad money on Google, who is the least likely of this age group, who is the least likely of these people to see, click, and convert on a Google ad? That's right, the people that are in control of the most amount of money. How do you get into these social groups? Where can I find these people? How do I get in front of them? When these people need something, they have connections, they're asking around, they're asking through their network. They're typically not Googling. How about golf? How many business owners here golf? I golf as well, but I'm not very good at it. I'm still like a mid-90s golfer, so I just started, but I'll get there. So check this out. So earlier this year, Paramount paid for Tyler, my teammate, who you'll meet in the breakout, who's good at golf. We paid for him to join the most prestige country club in our area. It's called Wingate. The membership is very expensive. But if you want to connect with the 1%, the sports players, the business owners, the kind of people that own multifamily and commercial buildings, this is where they're at. The very first time he went out, he's introducing himself to people and they asked him, hey, what industry are you in? He said, I'm in roofing. They said, wow, we've never had a roofer here before. Think about that. What a great opportunity. They've never had a roofer here. They have 126 members. They're all paying X amount of dollars to be a part of this organization, and none of them have a roofer. The very first time he got partnered up with the guy who owns a medical supply company with multiple buildings. They're all flat, so of course they leak. I don't think the guy ever got another price. The membership's worth its weight in gold. You just have to think outside the box. Here's another example. We're in the middle of this huge condo complex right now. It's just shy of 10,000 square shingles getting covered by insurance. I've been going back and forth with the adjusters, so we got really close with the property management company and the property management company's manager. His name's Kevin. Kevin referred us to a different condo complex, which we did. It was just like 2,000 square. So one day I asked Kevin, I said, hey, let me take you out to lunch, man. Like, you pick the place and we'll go. So the day came, we go out to lunch, and we're just talking personal interest and things. And the only business question I asked him was like, Kevin, how do I get in front of more people like you? He gave me some pointers, I paid the bill, we walked away. But before we left, he said something I would never forget. He said, Eric, I just want to say thank you. You're the first person that has ever taken me to lunch. And I didn't think anything about it. I got in my truck, I was driving to my next destination, I was just like, oh my God, think about this for a second. This guy's in charge of many, many multi-million-dollar condo associations and buildings and commercial structures. And nobody's ever bothered to take this guy to lunch? What a missed opportunity. And that's what I'm saying, you guys are missing the mark. There's so much opportunity here. There's so much more. There's so much more here. My words of advice are this. It's the hard work that makes the difference. It's reps 9 and 10. The things you don't want to do. I don't want to be up here. You think that this is comfortable? It's not. But I'm here anyways. Not for myself, but for you. It's building your company, your machine, your dragon for the long game. Then setting objectives, creating milestones, and getting it done. Diversify yourself and your business. Don't live in fantasy land. Behind closed doors, many of these people are not the people who you think they are. Don't become one of them. Think outside the box, people. Find your target customer and get out there. Do the hard work and evolve, personally and professionally. And lastly, don't be afraid of a good old-fashioned ass kicking. It can do you some good. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. The answers are not out here, and they're not here, but they're here.